Thank you for all the wonderful speeches. Good morning. I'd just like to start by saying thank you to everybody at this school who has made my 3 years in middle school so great, along with the rest of my experience at Moses Brown. Thank you to all of my lower and middle school teachers, the rest of the faculty at Moses Brown, and to all of my fellow classmates who have welcomed me here with open arms since my first day in 4th grade. I would not be the person I am today without all of you. I've learned a lot in the past 3 years. Apparently, you can't chew gum during classes. Also, you can't wear flip-flops, hats, shirts with logos, graphics, or insignia on the back. Special thanks to Dan Ohl, Jared Schott, and page 35, Article 8 of the Middle School Handbook for helping me out with that one. I also learned the quadratic formula. Definitely going to remember that in September. After watching Jared make a comment about each student at last year's graduation, I figured I would give it a shot this year for the teachers. Thank you to all of my classmates and teachers for giving me the opportunity to reflect on our experiences in middle school. Now I'd like to share some memories from each of our teachers from throughout our time in middle school. Thank you to Debbie for helping us put on the hilarious skits of Midsummer Night's Dream. Also, the class always enjoyed digressing to attempt the nearly impossible yoga poses on your calendar. Mike, in his ability to combine teaching the human body and making jokes, I know for some of us, learning about the human body was enough to make us laugh. On a more personal level, I'd like to thank Mike for his comments on my clothing choices. For his remarks like, "What bet did you lose now?" And "I can talk to your parents if you want to stop this." Patricia, for her always calm approach when teaching and kind demeanor in and outside of the classroom. Dave, for teaching us how to code and the continuation of our learning about nonviolence. Maureen, such a positive and happy person. I swear I saw rays of sunshine emitting from her face at times. Dan, we all know you copied my green pants. Seriously though, I can't wait until someone around here gives me a key so I can lock you out of your own classroom. John, for the unsolicited advice on speech writing, telling me I didn't need to make it funny because nobody would remember my speech anyways. As always, your advice is invaluable. Katie Goldman, who I never got a chance to meet because she was on maternity leave throughout all of my time in middle school. Just kidding, Katie. Hope the kids are well. Matt, thanks for always going over the homework with us and answering all of our questions, even for the second and third times they were asked. Oh yeah, and thanks for that time when you docked 50 points for my quiz because I did it in pen. That stands as the lowest grade I have ever received. Thanks, Matt. Graham's way of going out of his way to find an extra source for you on a research project, only to help push along your research. Yuli, I spent a year trying to convince you to watch Ferris Bueller's Day Off, but that didn't work. I guess it's okay though, because you spent a year trying to show me how to write an analytical essay, and that didn't work either. Thanks, Tony, for all the candy bar questions in class and the science jokes that only a few kids understood, but everyone laughed at. Katie Denoyle's overall positivity and enthusiasm, especially on Monday mornings. Skills' half-gallon of apple juice, salmon, and late morning horse racing on his iPad. I also always loved the way he'd make us sit on the bleachers in PE silently before class until he finished his corny joke of the day. Monsieur, Senor, Mr. Karimso, I will never forget the time he thought it would be funny if he gave us a 10th grade assessment as a joke in 6th grade. I'm not sure about in Guinea, but usually here when you make kids cry, it's not funny, Senor Shell, it's not. Lisa Ardente and Carolyn Chase, unfortunately I did not have the pleasure of having either of you as my Latin teacher, but I would like to share a quote that I feel accurately represents all of mine and my classmates' time in middle school. Vini, vidi, vici, which translates to, I came, I saw, I conquered. And sorry if I didn't say that right, I don't take Latin, so. Amelia, thanks for always being open to talking about whatever we wanted to, whether it be Spanish, soccer, sorry, we probably shouldn't have done that in class, and our personal lives. Thanks for always being there for us, Amelia. Steve Kidd's entertaining drama classes that woke us up in the morning, and the jokes from it that kept us laughing for the rest of our classes that day. Chris Crane, are you here? I guess that kind of ruins my joke, but yes, there you are. It seems like you've always been around here somewhere for the past 3 years. Randy, thank you for providing us with the unique opportunity to make a variety of wood projects. And guys, always remember to put on your safety glasses. Thanks, Kathy, for teaching us about art, making example projects, and then destroying them so we couldn't copy them, and telling us that saying things like, "it's good," isn't helpful art critique. The Moses Brown community will miss you next year, but best of luck with your new job. A special thank you to Tom Andrew, the head coach of the middle school boys A soccer team, for an arguably undefeated season. Also, thank you for the team lecture on how you are what you say, followed by comments like, God, the greatest, and my personal favorite, Cristiano Ronaldo. Up the hill. I'd just like to say one last thank you to Marie Del Padre, who greeted me every morning with a smile and was never bothered by the somewhat persistent noise coming out of Jared's office during study halls. Thank you to Jared as well. I think we were all a little bit surprised not to see his lanyard on today, but I'm sure it's somewhere under there, under that yellow shirt, I'm sure it is. Thank you to Jared for putting up with me, coming into your office, stealing your pencils, letting me sleep. That was also very helpful, so thank you, Jared. A huge thank you to everybody who contributed to making our times in middle school. You know, my goal here was actually to outspeak Will Malloy, and I think I've done that, so I'll end it there. Thank you, everybody.